What is possibly doing that? That's crazy. Whoa. False alarm, it's a hoax.
A strange image surfaced recently from Peace River Northeast, a remote region of British Columbia known for its small reindeer farms. But what this trail camera caught has left people divided. The figure is massive, covered head to toe in dark fur, built almost like a silverback gorilla. However, Canada has never had any reports of silverback gorillas in their wilderness. But I tell you what, this guy is right in the thick of bulking season. He looks muscular. The more people looked at the photo, though, the stranger it became. The animal lying in front of the creature doesn't match up. It's said to be a reindeer, but viewers pointed out the antlers of a moose, but the body of an elk. It just doesn't seem to be very consistent. As far as the moose antlers and the elk body, we all know I don't know the difference. Wink wink, if you know you know. Anyhow, what do you guys think? A genuine photo of a Sasquatch mid-hunt? Or is this just a pretty convincing AI fake? Many people are coming out saying that they believe this image to be AI generated. Others are sticking to the script saying that it looks real to them, especially the creature itself. It has the build and detail of an authentic Bigfoot encounter. I'd have to agree with that.
Overraskende mer og mer
How hard can it be during?
No, don't you hit this beat.
Go back, Jack. Back up, Jack. Back up, Jack.
Back up where?
Jack, don't go.
Look in your window, Cass.
Hey, bud. Scooch. I'll give you those sweet potatoes. Just no ears back, buddy.
Oh no, don't eat my cookies. It's my husband's birthday. Oh. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay.
Late one evening, a trail camera caught something strange moving through the woods. A dark, hairy creature crawling on all fours behind a large tree. At first, it looks like just another animal passing through, but the more you study it, the less it makes sense. Its limbs are long, and it looks awkward. Honestly, it almost looks human-like. I mean, not quite. It is covered in hair, but it doesn't resemble any known wildlife in the area. Not a bear, not a deer, nothing that should really be out there. Some say it moves like a primate, like an ape. And I wouldn't disagree. But this was filmed right here in the US, far from anywhere apes are supposed to live. That's why so many online are calling it a cryptid, something undiscovered. Of course, others are arguing that yeah, it's just a bear, maybe injured or crawling. But even then, the proportions seem off. So what do you think? A bear behaving oddly? Or did this trail cam catch something that isn't supposed to exist?
On October 6th of 2022, a group of hunters, known as the Hunting Public on YouTube, were out in a remote area of Missouri, and they began to hear something disturbing in the distance. And while they couldn't see...
What I love about this particular clip is that these guys are just posting hunting videos. They got almost 1 million subs. They got over 1,000 videos. Like, they're not here for this. Watch this. They're here for hunting stuff.
who it was, they could make out some of the words, and it disturbed them so much that they stopped what they were doing and began to record. And it started to paint a gruesome picture. Take a look.
That's guttural screaming.
I keep getting chills all down my back. Yeah. I've never witnessed anybody screaming like that. Yeah.
That's insane.
Something not good's going on.
At this point, they were trying to pinpoint an area so they could notify authorities. But what happens next is truly bizarre.
You effing killed her. Now there's a guy yelling.
Now they safely made it out of the woods, but when the authorities arrived, they never found anything. And this footage is the only evidence that anything ever happened at all. But let me know what you think.
What? Nothing happened, something happened. I mean, best case scenario, you shot an animal, but it sounds like that guy killed a person. My gosh. When the call came in, officers thought it had to be a prank. A man attacking someone, biting him, tearing into flesh. And the caller said only 2 words. Zombie attack. Body cam footage from a Texas police unit shows what started as a routine check. The officer approaches the scene cautiously, expecting to break up a fight or a drug-related scuffle. But what he finds is something that shouldn't exist. On the ground lies a victim, motionless. Straddling him is another man, shirt torn, face smeared with blood, literally biting chunks of flesh from the man's shoulder.
Hey! 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 Let me see your hands! 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 Hey! 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 Hey!
The officer shouts, "Let me see your hands!" No response. He fires a warning shot. The man doesn't even flinch, he just keeps eating. By the 4th round, the attacker finally collapses. The body camera keeps rolling, but the officer doesn't move right away. He's frozen, staring at what looks more like a horror scene than a crime. But get this, there's never been an official update. No toxicology report, no identity released. Some claim it was classified. Others insist it was a drug-induced psychosis, maybe similar to the bath salts incidents we had years back. You guys remember those in Florida? Then there are those who think something else is happening, something no agency wants to put on paper. That's where my mind went. What do you guys think? What started as a ghost summoning ritual ended with a girl clawing at walls, screaming in another voice, and police unable to reach her. In a small Polish town, a 20-year-old named Camilla entered an abandoned house once owned by a family of known cannibals. Locals said their victim's spirit still lingered. Camilla went in to, quote, make contact. Moments later, her friends heard her screaming. When police arrived, Camilla was barricaded in a room, thrashing, shrieking, impossible to reason with. They tried breaking in through an upstairs window. The body cam captures the moment they forced entry.
Jezu, jak to Oda tak warczy? Ja pierdzielę. No, totalnie.
Pierdolę, jak dostaję tylko 5000 zł, kurwa, pomysł. Idź pan do...
Uważaj.
Kamilka! Kamila!
Ona jest nad nami u góry, od góry coś widzi. Nie? Drut ma jakiś.
Tu jesteś, chodź, misiu. Nie patrz jak świnia, kurwa. Chodź. Chodź tu, kurwo. Chodź tu, Kamilka. Kamilka, tu też cię widzę. To nie ciągaj się. Kamilka. Kamilka, dziecko cię woła. Kamilka. Wiktoria cię woła.
When they finally got her out, she was calm. Confused, but calm. She claimed not to remember a single thing. Her vitals were normal, and her toxicology report came back clean. There was nothing in her blood. Doctors called it a psychotic episode, but the timing, the setting, the behavior, they all match something older than psychology. Many are saying possession. Whatever it was, the original officers that were on site refused to go back to do a follow-up. They said, no way, we're not going back in that house again. If you saw someone act like that, no drugs, no illness, just pure chaos, would you still say you don't believe in the supernatural? Yeah. This next photo came from a trail camera and was recently shared on Facebook. At first glance, your brain says, oh, that's a black bear. You can see the thick shoulders, the muscular front legs, even that classic bear face. But you have to admit, something about it feels off, doesn't it? Its back legs don't match. They're thin, almost like a dog's. It's like two different animals stitched together. The front half is all power, the back half just looks weak. Now, obviously, it's not some dog-bear hybrid because that's impossible, but people online can't shake how unnatural it looks. And that's when the comments turned dark. Many started calling it a skinwalker, a shapeshifter from Native American legends said to mimic animals, but never quite get them right. So, what do you think? A strange camera angle, or did this trail cam capture something far older and far more sinister roaming those woods? Christmas morning 2020. Nashville police respond to a strange call. An RV park downtown broadcasting a robotic voice. If you can hear this message, evacuate now. Body cam footage shows officers urging people out of their apartments, believing it to be a bomb threat hoax. The voice keeps repeating calm but eerie, warning that detonation will occur in 15 minutes.
You're not in trouble, but there is something serious happening down the road.
Go for 11.
Okay? Do you mind going down to 2nd and
Where do they need to go when they are evacuated?
That's so weird. That's like something out of a movie.
Like The Purge?
Yeah.
Then the song Downtown begins playing through the RV speakers, cheerful lyrics echoing between the buildings. Moments later, the screen flares white. The RV explodes.
Are you guys okay? Okay.
No, guys.
Where's your car? Okay, go to your car. What's going on?
Man, make sure all units are direct. There may be ammo in that vehicle. We don't need anybody coming up the 2nd Avenue Road.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I appreciate it.
Windows shatter, alarm scream, smoke fills 2nd Avenue. The blast actually leveled some nearby structures and injured several people. Credit to the personnel involved. Amid the chaos, the only fatality is the man behind it all, 63-year-old Anthony Quinn Warner. Investigators discovered Warner had been unraveling for years. Conspiracy theories, paranoia about alien shapeshifters, and a cancer diagnosis that convinced him his time was short. He'd warned neighbors the world would remember him. Unfortunately, I think it did. The most unsettling part? The warning, the music, the timing. It wasn't a spree. It was more of like a goodbye statement. Very odd.
Don't mind, but... Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle? No, of course not. Alright. Sit tight, Sarah. I'll be right back. Okay. Your registration is What the? Sarah? What the heck? Sarah? 3201 to dispatch.
Well, what do you guys think about this one? I remember when this clip came out, but something about it now feels a little unnatural. When the camera pans away from the driver, it quickly turns back.
Okay. Your registration is What the? Sarah? What the heck? Sarah? 3201 to dispatch.
When she's talking about her registration, and then she calls her by her first name, it kind of sounded to me, Sarah? Sarah? Holy macaroni, where could you have gone? That's kind of how I heard it. I don't know, they say that the station never made a statement about it, but if it's fake, how did they get the officer, the vehicle? I don't know, there has to be something here that I'm missing. This next video comes from Beijing in 2016. It takes place in a drive-through safari park where visitors can get up close to wild animals from the safety of their cars. But one couple learned just how thin that line between safety and danger really is. A husband and wife were driving through the park with their mother when an argument broke out. Something small about who should be behind the wheel. Tempers flared, and against all rules, the wife flung open the door and stepped out to switch seats. What she didn't realize was that tigers were silently pacing nearby. Within seconds, one sprinted out of the brush, grabbed her, and dragged her off the road before anyone could react. Her husband and mother jumped out in panic, the mother running after her daughter, but another tiger was waiting. Park rangers raced in, horns blaring, but it was too late. The wife was severely injured. Her mother tragically didn't survive. The footage later surfaced online, showing just how fast a peaceful family outing can turn into chaos when instincts take over. It's a chilling reminder. In a place where nature still makes the rules, one emotional decision can cost everything. This next clip was filmed somewhere on a lonely stretch of highway in Australia, and it's left viewers more than a little unsettled. At around 5 in the morning, a local resident was driving through the dark when his dash cam caught something straight out of a nightmare. Out of nowhere, a man appears right in the middle of the road. If we slow the footage down, it almost looks as if this guy materialized from thin air. People online were quick to split into camps. Some think it's an elaborate fake, but when you see how violently the driver jerks the wheel to avoid hitting the figure, to me, that makes it pretty hard to believe it was staged. Others have claimed the person might have been mentally unstable, trying to end it all on this desolate road. Whatever the case, the driver's terrified reaction feels painfully real. But what say you guys? A glitch in the footage? Just an all-out fake? Or did something unexplainable just step out of the dark that night?
Everybody can be over there. Oh, with them 47 or 441.
Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. You may not have done anything wrong. But you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. And stop.
Guys, you make sure to keep your hand where we can see them, alright?
Alright, 217's out there. 276.
Why don't you guys come up to this barrier right here? Go ahead and put your butts against it.
634.
Going to be on north at Buchanan with Wisconsin Auto.
Valeu, obrigado, mano, obrigado.
A bobcat can be seen marking his territory, then heading off deeper into the woods. A half hour or so later, the scent brings a coyote to the area, and he decides to mark right on top of the bobcat's marking. I guess they're playing a little game of who's the boss. Great capture here, and the owner has a nice little spot here to capture wildlife. This next video is incredible. It actually blows me away. Oftentimes in mating seasons, two bucks will spar with each other to attract a potential mate, and sometimes their antlers become positioned just right and they lock. I've shown cases of two bucks with their headgear interlocked before, and they have always had a happy ending. Well, this one is no different. Taking place in Kansas, a game warden has answered a call about the bucks being locked together. As he follows them deeper into the tree line, they stop at a stream. The officer is able to throw something over the two deer, and what he does next is incredible. Looks like something out of a movie. The warden draws his service pistol and snipes the antlers of the deer. Don't worry, he doesn't hit the deer. There wouldn't be a video if he did, I imagine. Instead, he shoots and is able to clip the deer's antlers and free them. Crazy. Of course, the shot scares both of the deer, so they jump. But if you look at the deer that leaves out of the right of your screen, you can see he's missing some antlers now. Hey, a small price to pay to keep on living. They'll grow back. This is pretty creepy footage. So the owner of the property, who says he's lived here for 15 years, he has never seen anything like this. A man named Robin Searcy only opens his gate when he needs to, closing it right back to keep his dogs from running through the neighborhood. He always shuts it. However, one morning he says an unexpected overnight visitor left it open. He awoke the next morning to see notifications on his phone that there was movement behind his house around 2 a.m. As he checks his camera, he was pretty startled. What he saw was a young girl coming onto his property in a nightgown. He had no idea what she could have been doing there. He thought his eyes might be playing tricks on him, but the next morning, he looked around and saw that his gate was left open. He zoomed in and looked at the footage every which way, but he didn't recognize her.
He took the footage to some neighbors to see if they recognized the young girl, but no one did. They had never seen her before, and the direct neighbor to his right didn't catch her on his camera. Searcy thought he had a ghost on his hands. The fact that she's dressed that way makes me feel like something more sinister might be at play. Like she escaped from a kidnapper or something and is looking for help. I don't know. Searcy reached out to the local news station and they came out and did a special on it. Now, fast forward to about a week later. A woman shows up at the police station. Not a little girl, a woman. She came forward and said that the photo on the outdoor camera footage was her, and that her car had broken down, and she was looking for help. She didn't give any other details, but still a very surprising thing to wake up to. I'm sure Mr. Searcy feels a little better about this, but that's still a surprising thing to wake up to. This outdoor security cam shows a cat just cleaning itself in a bin. He's just relaxing, but the camera also catches something else creeping up on this cat. A bear comes into frame and takes a little sniff of the cat, and it looks like it lightly and gently caresses the cat's paw. Once the cat realizes this is a massive bear inches away, he bolts. It actually looks like it scares the bear more than the cat. The owner says the bear frequents this property, and that is one of the main reasons he got the outdoor camera. As we get toward the end of the clip, the cat returns the favor and runs the bear off. This is a wild one. Check this one out. The keen vision of raptors enables them to fly quickly and strike with incredible precision. Given this, and having observed this behavior several times, I began to wonder which of the finches was the main target of the hawk. The hawk no doubt left with something to eat, but did it have to switch its focus mid-strike when the finch on the left tried to escape? This happened so fast that it's possible the left finch is actually in the hawk's grasp. Furthermore, the owner of the feeder and camera setup claims that the hawk caught 2 of the 3 finches in a single swoop. Very impressive. Since all I have is the video, I can only confirm that this was a successful hunt. Hawks are known for their exceptional eyesight and can spot rabbits from a mile away. So adjusting mid-flight and grabbing the next bird or snatching up both birds in one go is definitely within the realm of their capabilities. Incredible footage here. Caught in the northeastern state of Maine, we see some white-tailed deer bound through the trees, and we quickly see why they're running. A pack of coyotes are on their heels. I love seeing this type of real-world action in the wilderness. I'm not going to rewind it to that part, but the doe that ran across the front of the screen had some blood in the white of her tail. Did anyone catch that? I wonder what happened there. Deer don't usually give birth this time of the year. But of course, one of the coyotes might have gotten her as well. Interestingly enough, another person commented and he thought that these were coy wolves, a coyote-wolf hybrid found throughout eastern North America. You can see them all the way from Canada and south to Virginia. Coy wolves have the common characteristics of the coyote and the wolf. Size-wise, they're bigger than a coyote but smaller than your common gray wolf. Let me know if you know anything about these coy wolves.
From what I've read, they're far more aggressive. Nevertheless, great footage. Let me know if anyone has had any contact with coy wolves. I'd be interested to hear more about them. This picture hit social media and caused a minor frenzy in the southern United States. Trail camera footage from October 14th of 2022, taken in southern Louisiana, left a lot of people scratching their heads. In the picture, you can obviously see a big ball or a mound of hair, and honestly it may be just that. Or it could be something else. Many people think this trail camera captured a Sasquatch running, or shying away, hiding its face from the camera. Others think it's a bear, or just photoshopped. Some online viewers had some funny things to say about it. It could be a potential Ewok, a tumble pig, the hair from the shower drain, and one guy even said he's pretty sure that's his mother-in-law. Anyhow, let me know what you guys think it could be. To me, the footage doesn't show any definitive evidence, but maybe someone can make something out of it. I'd be curious if you have an idea. Footage submitted from a Reddit user shows a black bear taking a break, having a sip of water, and then taking a little bath. It's a pretty big boy. If you haven't noticed already, check out the antler shed from a moose. That's pretty cool. This next clip is eerie, but also freaking awesome. Look at these two. I'm sure you all noticed, but this is the same camera at the same watering hole. You can even see the antler shed there in the middle of the screen. These cats are healthy. Look at them. And if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. You don't want to run into one of these cats unprepared, let alone two of them.